thinking.
Hello lovely people, big warm welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you all doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Hi Koopy Poopy. Oh, hello darling, give a little wave. He's a little bit sleepy. I don't know how he hasn't fallen asleep in the car. That was a miracle, because he decided to wake mummy up at 4 and at 5. Yeah. Anyway, I am starting the vlog this morning, obviously, because I'm out and about. I've just taken Leo to school, just done the school run, and now I'm swinging by Homebase because I've ordered some things on click and collect last night that I'm going to collect right now. Basically, we have a new front door at home. Ooh, that I will show you when we get back. We love it, but we completely forgot that the front door doesn't have a letterbox. So we now obviously desperately need a letterbox before we get any post. So I've got a letterbox, like a wall-mounted letterbox to collect, and a doorbell, because our doorbell broke. So 2 really exciting things to collect this morning. Then we'll take them home, have a little play, set them up, and I've got loads of things to catch you up on when we get home, loads of things. And actually, before I go any further, before I set a foot out of the car, or talk about anything else, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the love on my last vlog, on last Wednesday's vlog, where I obviously told you the news of our Trevi, that I won't get into again because I've just about stopped crying. It doesn't go unnoticed, all the comments. I haven't replied to any of them. I haven't read a lot of them yet because it's still very emotional for me, but I see you, and thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if you think I'm ignoring you. I'm not. I just, yeah, I'll give them all a really good read when I'm ready. Yeah, it's still quite raw, you know, it's only been just over a week, so. But thank you. Thank you so, so much for all the love on that video. I promise I'm not going to cry in this video, I promise. So yeah, let's go into Homebase Coops, pick up mummy's click and collect, and go back home without falling asleep. Right, well, he's just watching the Twirly Woos. Again, if you've watched like my last 2 videos, I talk about having a cold. I've got such, just shut this so he doesn't escape. I don't think he will, because he's happy on his beanbag. But I have got such a bad cold and cough. No, it's not the cove. I have tested when I went to hospital a few days ago, but that's another story. So sorry about the croakiness and all that. It's just, yeah, just full of it, full of the cold at the moment. I'll show you my pile of coats where I had to move them to when we got the door installed yesterday. But yeah, I'll show you my door, and I'm just going to be completely transparent with you. This door was a gift. We did not pay for this door. It was this, but I haven't been asked to talk about it on YouTube. That wasn't part of our contract. But I'm just being completely clear with you that, yeah, this was a gift, and the company we got it from is called the Palladio Door Collection. So there you go, laid it all out for you. So here it is. So this is it from the inside, and I just think it's so striking from the inside. I just love this giant door handle. And then it's got the Yale lock, which I love. I feel super safe with this like Fort Knox lock. And then let's go out the front, and there it is. It's just started raining, so I can't show you for very long, but isn't it stunning? If you're interested, this style door, I think it's called the Barcelona, and we got it in anthracite, which is the colour, and I love how it like borders the door as well, that dark colour. Excuse the broken drain, need to fix that. Clint had a delivery, and the delivery guy dropped a pallet on our drain and cracked it wide open. Which is not ideal, but me and Clint were saying we feel like we should have dark garage doors now to match, so that's something we're going to think about. Isn't it just beautiful? Absolutely chuffed with it, and in a couple of weeks it's going to be covered from head to toe in pumpkins. Poor door, doesn't know what's coming. Guys, I need to go inside because it's about to absolutely pour. But as I said, the door does not have a letterbox, so, or a doorbell for that matter, after I was broke. But thank you Homebase for your trusty click and collect. Now I have them both. I'm gonna actually set this up first, because this is the more concerning one, because if I get delivery or anything, I have no idea. Like Clint was out there last night, he locked himself out and he was banging on the door, and I literally couldn't hear him where the door is so thick. Door knocks, yeah, they don't work when we're back here in the kitchen. So this is essential. I'm going to set this up now while he is chilling. Would you look at this? You relaxed? Hello? You chilling? Guys, I'm having an absolute mare with this, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've managed to set it up. The thing required 3 batteries. I do not have 3 batteries in the house, I had 2. Had to go and source this out of my son's room and steal a battery. Do not tell him, you are sworn to secrecy. He's gonna be absolutely raging about that. Excuse the pot of random vinegar. Now I'm trying to put the blooming thing on the wall by my door. It gave me a sticky strip. Useless, because it's not a flat surface. Because it's got these things on there. Cannot do anything. I just went and got a command strip out of the cupboard to try that, but where these stupid things are in the way, it's not a flat surface, and I cannot put it on the wall, and I'm losing the will to live. Don't rush to the shops to buy this one, guys, okay? I went budget. What Clint always says, buy cheap, buy twice, and he ain't wrong. Right, it's done, okay? The doorbell's on. Probably won't stay on there for long. I've managed to stick it on somehow, so that's done. Now the letterbox, and Clint will absolutely kill me if I try and install this myself, but I feel like I could. Like, I feel like it doesn't look that difficult, right? Put in the screw. I know you've got to do these first in the wall. I reckon I could give it a good go when Coopy's napping, but if I do it wrong, then he comes home and sees holes in the house. Like, is it worth it? Not even sure. Don't know. Right, I've just put Cooper down for his nap. It's just gone 10 AM, I think. And he couldn't really go any longer because, as I said in the car earlier, he had a bit of a weird night's sleep. He woke up at like 4 and I went and gave him his dummy and he went back off. That was okay. And then he did it again at 5. He did go back off, and then yeah, he got up at like, I think it was like 6:15, but really broken sleep. So I don't know what's going on there. Don't know why that happened. He looks like he's feeling it now. So I'm just gonna tidy up a little bit in here. The usual mess that toddlers leave behind. I'm not gonna put this away though, because he's absolutely loving this cardboard box. Just posting everything in there. And I'm going to also do the dishwasher, and then I'll sit down with a cup of coffee and tell you all about what happened last week when I went to hospital for my complications that I've had since having Cooper. So I'm going to fill you in a little bit on that, but yeah, let me just sort this out first.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby.
I'll tell you what, this is a mood. Sitting down, baby's napping. It is pouring with rain outside. Which, if you know me, you'll know I love the rain. I might even light a candle. And I'm just gonna watch last night's Married at First Sight. Loving it. Who else is watching Married at First Sight? This is such a good season, I think. And then I've got on with a couple of work bits that I need to do before Cooper wakes up. But yeah, I will fill you in on what's been going on with me health-wise. So I think I've talked about it. I think I've talked about it on here before, and I certainly have talked about it on my Instagram before. So since having Cooper, I have had some obvious complications. Obvious to me, like it was quite clear to me there was something wrong. Not long after giving birth, I actually went and had it looked into, and the first doctor I saw, first lady that looked at me properly, told me to just leave it. She basically said, yeah, there's something not quite right there, but if you think you might have another baby, I won't bother fixing it. So I just kind of listened to her and I was like, okay, fine, yeah, maybe I won't bother then. And I got home and a few more weeks, couple more months passed, and I thought, actually, I don't want to leave it. Like, this is really bothering me. I don't care if I have 10 more kids. Like, I need this fixed. So I went back, and anyway, finally got the referral I needed to see a specialist in the area. area of the body that I mean. So basically the concern is that we think or thought that I had prolapsed. That's what it was looking like. And without being too graphic, and I'm only going into details because I know that 90% of the people who watch my videos are mums, and whenever I've talked about this online on Instagram, I've had loads of messages saying, could you please just share a little bit more, just because I think it's happening to me and I just want a little bit of advice. So without grossing you out too much, basically it looked like I had prolapsed, but I guess there's two areas that you would prolapse, and my area was not the baby making area. Is that clear enough? Basically, it's a result. It's really, I've learnt now that it's really common, and it is a result of pushing. So I had to push so hard to get Cooper out. I pushed much harder with Cooper than I did with Leo, because his head was a little bit stuck behind like a bit of my cervix. Basically, it was either push as hard as you possibly can, or we're getting out the forceps. I was so scared that they were going to get them out that I just pushed so hard. And on that final push, which I can still remember so clearly, and I know that's when it happened. Obviously, you're pushing with all your might, and things can get pushed too hard, basically. Yeah, I've learnt now that it happens to a lot of mummies, and that is what happened to me. So our big concern is we thought that I had a full-on like colon prolapse, which is a big deal. And then, so that was really worrying, but then upon further examination, he thought, actually, I don't think it's that bad, and I think I'll be able to go in, do a small surgical procedure and go in and do something called banding, which is when he finds the little bits that are prolapse and he bands them so that they fall off in their own time. That's quite a simple surgical procedure. You can just be sedated to have that done. So I had that done last week. Like I say, I was sedated and on gas and air. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was not fun, it was not pleasant, it was bloody horrible. But I just kept thinking, I'm gonna get this sorted, I'm gonna get this sorted. And then, I mean, I don't know how long the procedure took, because I was off my nuts on the gas. At the end, he said, look, I've got some bad news. It's a lot bigger than we thought it was. So the problem that needs to be solved was too big for that procedure, and he said, you need to come back, you need to go into general, and it'll be a more invasive surgery. We need to go in and remove what's, you know, popped out, which is really disappointing. I mean, it's fine, like, it doesn't affect me 24 hours a day. Like, it's not like it's obvious all day long every day. It's only sometimes that it's noticeable. So, like, yeah, having to carry on for a few more weeks, it's disheartening, but it is what it is. Like, there was nothing he could do. What can you do? There's no point worrying about it until I get a letter to say when it's going to be. But there you go, that is what's wrong with me. If I've been a bit cagey about it up till now, it's only because I wasn't sure what it was, and I didn't want to be like dishing out the information like someone on Embarrassing Bodies or something without knowing exactly what it was, which we do now. And unfortunately, the problems, plural, are bigger than he thought. So yeah, I'm not embarrassed about it. I mean, it only happened because I gave birth, and I've been told by every doctor that's looked at me so far that it's really common. So hi, if it's happened to you. Also though, some good news, while he was in me having a look around, he did confirm that I also have endometriosis in my colon. So that's another thing, another delightful health ailment I've had since having Cooper. I've never had endometriosis in my life, and then after giving birth to my second baby, it literally started straight away from like the first period after having Cooper. I just noticed that my periods were suddenly really painful, and when I'm on my period and I go to the toilet, either toilet to be honest, it is insanely painful, like in my lower back. Honestly, at first I was worried that there was something really sinister going on. Like, I was really concerned about it, but did a lot of research, spoke to the GP, who said, look, I think you've definitely probably got endo in your colon. Who knew you could have it in your colon? Apparently you can get it anywhere, and mine is there. But he said it can only be confirmed by someone having a look. So when the surgeon was in there doing my procedure, and he said he saw like 3 spots of blood bleeding in my colon. So yeah, he was like, you're not going mad, you have got endometriosis in your colon. And then when I have my proper surgery, they'll have a proper look and see if that needs seeing to as well. I can't really deal with that at the moment. It's like 2 things at once, so 1 thing at a time. So yeah, that's me. It is what it is though, guys. Like, it's nothing life-threatening. It's nothing that, you know, affects me 24 hours a day. I could be so worse off. So I just sort of get on with it, to be honest. But I was keen to share it because, yeah, like I say, we're all big mummy community on here, on Instagram, and there's nothing to be afraid of, girls. We're just mums who have given birth, and no one tells you about all the fun stuff that happens after, basically. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy this coffee and watch Married at First Sight, and then get on with some work bits, and hopefully he'll have a nice long nap because of his delightful early morning messing about. Right, Cooper is just sort of stirring and waking up now. I've done just a little bit of work stuff that I had to do today. I haven't really got much to do today, to be honest, which is nice. I just got off the phone with my mum, and it's just pouring rain outside. Me and Coops are just sat here with nothing that we have to do, so I just said to Mum, should we just come over for a cuppa and a little chat? So we're going to do that. We're going to go over to my parents now. Excuse me. I am going to show you my new lamp though. Don't tell me that I don't come through with thrilling content, because I have got a new lamp to show you. And I've just wired it while Coops was asleep. So here it is. Obviously ignore the endless pile of toys. This was such a bargain. I've been on the market looking for a glass globe lamp for ages. I nearly bought one at, what's it called, Hudson Home, for like £150. I was literally about to click buy. And then this one popped up. This is from Wilkinson's, Wilco's, for £40. And isn't it cute? Just a really sort of understated, basic glass globe lamp. I've wanted a lamp on this unit for ages, just to cozy it up a little bit. I'm not finished sorting out where everything's going to go, because I'll be decorating for autumn next week. I don't see the point in really moving around much, but he's lovely. And I was panicking, thinking, oh my God, the plug's over there. What am I going to do? How on earth am I going to plug this in? And then people were saying, oh, have you looked at those like rechargeable bulbs? And I just thought it's not going to work, because I like to have a lamp on all day and they only stay charged for like 5 hours. And then I realised, obviously the telly's there and there's the plugs. All I had to do was go up there. And what I will do as well is I will get the emulsion, wall emulsion, and paint this as well, so that it, I mean, it's already white, but it will be exactly the same colour if I paint it, and just make it a bit less noticeable even. So there you go, ta-da! Hello to my new lamp. I cannot wait to decorate for autumn, guys. This, just everything. There's going to be so many blooming pumpkins you won't even know yourself. If you're wondering where Trevi is at the moment, he has moved up here. I knew that I wanted him to live in the kitchen, because obviously his bed was there, and he was just in here all day. This was his home in here. This was his happy place. So he is definitely going to live in there. He's still in the original box. There's all the cards people got us that I can't, I just can't get rid of those. And his photo, obviously. Hello, darling. I am going to get a pretty box to put him in, but I'm yet to find one that will be big enough and, you know, secure enough. And it's just, it might take a while to find the right thing, but for now he's in there, and that's fine. And I feel really happy that he's in the kitchen with me. Right, I'm gonna go get Koopy and get him sorted, and we're gonna go over to my parents for a little bit of a play and a little bit of a chat. Really quick before I go, forgot to tell you what I was going to do for dinner, and almost forgot to do dinner. Literally remembered this as I was walking out the door. I know, and now you want to go because I told you where we're going, but I'm just going to quickly make a curry for dinner. So I've put in the raw diced chicken breast and just a tikka masala sauce. I'm just debating whether to have it on low or high, because it's midday. They eat at 5, so 5 hours So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, I think low might be all right. And then we can always blast it when we get home if needed. But yeah, dinner is sorted. Guys, I just Googled it and I've changed it to high because it said low would be like 6 to 7 hours and high would be like 3 to 4 hours. So I'm risking it. I'd rather it be overdone than underdone is how I'm thinking it in my head. But yeah, okay, right, that is done. And let's go. Okay, we're going now. We're going, stop moaning, we're going. Okay, time has fast forwarded a little bit. It's actually 5 o'clock now. When I last looked at the camera, I think it was like midday. So yeah, we skipped forward a little bit. But that is because obviously we went over to my parents' house for a little bit this afternoon. Picked my mum up a Greg's sausage roll on the way because I know how to treat her. And we just chilled there for a bit and we went straight from there to the school run. And then from school went to soft play, had a little soft play date after school with a few kids from Leo's school. Did that and now we're back home at 5 o'clock and I'm just checking the slow cooker. Let's have a little look, see. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So what I'll do is probably dish some of this up because it's obviously really hot. Leave that to cool down. A little tip for you, put these in the toaster, so much quicker. Also, ignore these random jars everywhere and the green tape. We are in the middle of a little DIY kitchen makeover. But honestly, it's not gone completely to plan so far and it's just a whole other story. And I feel like I've already given you like 2 story times in this vlog. I'll probably save it for another one. I'm gonna stop vlogging now because Leo's home from school and that is usually when I stop vlogging. We're gonna sit down, have dinner, do our bath time, reading, homework, you know, that kind of stuff. And then I will edit this vlog this evening. But guys, thank you for watching. Where have I gone? There I am. Thank you for watching my latest day in the life vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing one where I'm not crying next up for last week. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next one.